Felt like it was a hard-fought game. Both sides definitely was playing hard. I feel like neither team shot the ball extremely well. But I feel like in the second half, we were able to take advantage of getting a lot of turnovers, some deflections. Our guards played extremely good defense on their players, and we just made enough plays to win the basketball game. And besides these three, Donnie Bass had a really, really good game. Jaleel Jackson came off the bench for us, and I think John had to go out because of whatever, some issues. And Jaleel came in and started in that second half, and he actually gave us a spark off the bench. And then he hit a big. Once he hit that three in the corner, I knew that we were going to win. We took everything. We took every big shot that they tried to take at us, and we got the W.
Questions?
Question really for any of the players. That final 30 seconds when you knew it was over, what was going through each of your heads?
We ran it back to back. I was so excited.
Yeah. I was just like, I was just like, this is just such a great, 2-year run that we made. I mean, honestly, 3 years.
3 years.
The sophomore year we lost in the state semifinal, but really just 2 year, and just thinking about the memories I had, just thinking about how where I started as a freshman with him, and just the final moment of Hayfield basketball was just a really special moment for me.
It was a lot of emotion because we've been here all 4 years. We started from the bottom and grinded all the way up with us. So it was tough. Last high school game had a lot of emotions. I was sad and happy, but it came out.
My question is for David. You're at 14-10 tonight. How are you able to be so dominant on the boards once again in the big game of the state title game?
Well, I knew that in order to win, we had to rebound and being good on defensive end. So I just know I just had to do that.
For any of the guys, Greg, DJ, or David, I know you played them the first time as a high-scoring game. This was more of a defensive battle. Just speak on what the game plan was from Coach Poindexter defensively, and did you all feel, I don't want to say relaxed, but comfortable with the lead because you knew your defense was able to play at this level and have been here before?
Well, obviously in a state championship game, I feel like defensive intensity is going to be way higher. So I think we knew going into it, it was just really about defense. And in a game like this, a 6 to 8 point lead feels like a 20-point lead for the other team because we were just playing such great defense, and that was really just the mentality of the whole game. Even when there was a minute 30 left and we were up by 10, it was just keep getting stops, secure the ball, and when we get the rebound because they kept getting all those crazy points off of the rebound. So it was just a really defensive-minded game, and not accustomed to scoring that many points, but where we came out with the win and we played great defense at the time. I'm just really happy we did it.
Coach, did you expect this kind of game, or were you thinking more it'd be like the first game in 60, 70?
I mean, I felt like we were going to score in the 70 range. I thought that was going to happen. Honestly, because I feel like we have great athletes, and they have pretty good athletes too. But I feel like these guys are different. They're just a different beast, a different animal. And we didn't even have our A game. We didn't play our A game at all, and we still won by 10 points. And we got out rebounded by 14. For that to happen, that tells you how good these guys are. For that to happen, for us to get out rebounded like that, and then for us not to shoot well, they didn't shoot well at the same time, but we made plays when we needed to make plays. And that was the difference in the game. And again, Donnie was great for us. If you look at it, at their stats, their top two guys, Nasir had 7 turnovers. Desmond Hopkins had 4. So 11 turnovers between their backcourt. So that means that we're putting a lot of pressure on the basketball and doing what we were supposed to do. We made life hell for them.
Coach, pre-game in the tunnel, I taught you told me the game plan was to slow down the circle, take them away from facilitating, bring them away from getting to the basketball hoop. How were you able to slow them down and shut them down and execute that game plan perfectly?
Just putting pressure on up front and then having everybody collapse in and making them try to kick it. But he was in a mode where he wasn't even kicking the basketball. He was just trying to score. So I feel like that was good for us because everybody else was not getting shot attempts.
Just trying to make it win.
Yeah. And then he only scored 3 points in the second half. So he had 9 in the first, 3 in the second. I mean, and for me, in my opinion, we had to control him in order for us to get this victory, and I think we did that.
DJ, I know last year when you won the championship, you had Greg and David with you, but you had some other guards like Braylon Wheeler, Ashton Pratt. Tell me what Coach Poindexter asked out of you from a leadership perspective this year with some new guards like Jaleel and John Awoke and Donnie Bass Briscoe had a big game, and then tonight going into this game because you've been here before. Did he ask you anything differently from your role during the year? Or?
Just to be there for them. them, you know, like get them accustomed to how we play and all that stuff. And they came out really good for us. Jalil off the bench, Donnie and John, they came out so behind. They didn't even seem nervous. But you know, I try to keep them like together. I know I got a little bit out of it today, but you know, they was there for me. So we're like always there for each other. So like we always pick each other up and we try to, but we stick together. And Los is there for us too. He always try to keep us together. But I think John, Donnie, and Jalil are like big help for us.
My question is for David. As an undersized post player listed at 6'2", 6'3", how is it night in, night out? How are you able to be so effective knowing that you're going against guys 6'5", 6'6"? Is there anything like being undersized? Do you feel like you have more quickness, more athleticism? How did that matchup make you feel night in, night out?
I just use my speed, you know. I just don't let, you know, size just be a factor, you know, just working hard and everybody and just knowing that I was able to do it.
DJ, you talked all season long about having that chip on your shoulder. I'm curious, in a game as big as this, with a team as good as that, how important is it to have that edge in a game like this?
It's very important. So, you know, we all been here before, so we know what it's like to play on this court. And I feel like I didn't have my best game, but these two, they came out, they did their thing. Everybody else, they came out and did their thing, but I was just there for like more support and defense. So to have that chip on our shoulder and that edge coming into this game and knowing like what the environment is like, I feel like they gave us like an extra boost to like want it more than what they did.
And just to piggyback on, man, just to talk about these three guys, what a career for them, man. To start off as freshmen, none of them really getting a lot of playing time. You know, we struggled. David started like the last like 10 games, 10.
It was like during Christmas.
Yeah, it's like right after Christmas. That's when David started. But like, you know, for these guys to come together and, you know, be the nucleus and matriarch of our program and our team, and for them to go out, you know, I don't even know what our record is over the past 3 years, but it's something crazy.
75-3.
75-3 over the past 3 years, and a lot of it is due because of these three guys. And you know, it's amazing. Like, they've had great careers. Like, they're all going to go in the Hall of Fame together as a trio. It's going to be an amazing day whenever we start that process for them, because, you know, they deserve it. And I'm happy that all of them are going to school to play basketball at the next level, and I'm looking forward to see how their careers blossom.
Coach, I know you want to enjoy this. It's been a great 4-year run,
Yep.
And you have some awesome seniors. But what are your prospects going forward? Do you think you need to rebuild, or are you just going to reload?
So we have, even though we lose 6 seniors, that all of them got the majority of the playing time. I feel like, but you know, you got Jalil Jackson. You have a kid named Parker Cage, Owen Pottenberg, the big kid. Andy, hopefully Andy gets his waiver so that he can play next year. If that happens, I feel like we have a good nucleus to build off. And then, you know, we got a freshman named Phoenix Card, who I feel like is going to be pretty special for us. And you know, so we got, like I said, we got a good nucleus. We figure out how things are going to go this summer, and go from there. And I also want to bring up, like, we have a kid named Ryan Payne who tore his ACL in the fall, so he didn't, and he was slated to start this year. So, you know, not having him and being able to, you know, like I said, I feel like we're gonna be fine because we got a bunch of guys coming back that's ready and hungry to play. So, you know, we'll see how it goes though.
Any more questions about the game? Great, thanks.